Good morning. Hi. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence for UJ Federation of New York, and we're coming to you live Monday through Friday, every weekday at 9 o'clock in the morning here on our Facebook page to welcome you, to give some words of Torah and some song and some inspiration. And I have to say, I was really looking forward to Monday because I knew we'd be able to see each other again. So here we are, same place, all familiar faces. Stephen, hi. Okay, here we go. Susan, Valerie, we're beginning again. Donna, it's good to see you. Good morning, everyone. We finished a book of the Torah just over Shabbat. It was an incredible... See, that is a way to say good morning. That is a big image. I don't know who sent it because the screen's too small. Linda, good morning to you. We are getting ready for a new book of the Torah. We just started. What a moment it is. Dale, hi, good morning. Maya, this is really great. I mean, when you just start your day, and it's 9:02, and you've got 64 friends saying hello to you, you know it's going to be a good day. So let's believe that. Let's start with a song, a blessing for learning, and then we're going to jump right into a little bit of Torah and wish each other a good day. Thank you all for being part of this energy. Kim, good morning. I will share some interesting observations I've had over Shabbat about what this has meant, these learnings have been. But for now, let's begin with a song. Friends, first of all, we just hit 100. You know I keep on saying this, but within 5 minutes there are 105 of us here, 107 of us here. I don't know. The number of people who have written in to say, please, let's make sure we do this again. Let's make sure we do this forever, regardless. There's something really important about seeing each other in the morning, knowing that we're there for each other. Susan, good morning. Adrian, thank God for those in North Carolina. Please be safe. Shirley, good morning to you too. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Bernice. Well, this is what I wanted to share, and it's kind of poetic to do it this morning. Hi, Gina. We've been coming to you. UJA has been broadcasting 9 o'clock in the morning every weekday morning, where we share this moment since this whole thing began, since we had to stay at home, and today is the 41st broadcast. I counted. I was wondering, how many times have we done this? How many times have we been together? This is 41. That's a lot. One of the things that evokes is the book of the Torah that we are beginning this week. We're beginning the book of Bemidbar, the desert. And we were in the desert for 40 years. When you look back at 40, so this is 41. I don't know that I have so much to say about looking back at 40, except how grateful I am that we've been doing this, how purposeful we've been as a community, gathering at 9 o'clock every weekday morning. It's a ritual. It's become real. It's very powerful. and it brings me incredible purpose. I've shared before, and I think it's important to continue sharing, that giving each other more reason to wake up in the morning is a big gift these days. And so you have been that for me. I think we've been that for each other. So having done 40 of these, let's look back. When you look back at 40, when you look back at anything really, you can have any numbers of impressions. So how does tradition look back at the 40 years of the desert? I'll give you two examples that are not the same. Of the 40 years, two ways of looking back that, how can they both be true? In Psalms, and we sing this every Friday night, we say the words, Arba'im Shana, and you might have the melody. Arba'im Shana, Akut Bidor, Va'omar, Am To'ei Levaveim. She means for 40 years I argued with that stiff-necked people, and I knew that they had wayward hearts, and they would never make it to my peaceful place. Which means, according to the psalmist, and speaking for God, saying, I knew during those 40 years that you'd never make it. 40 years of hopelessness, 40 years of tension, 40 years of anger, 40 years of argument. The desert, in that understanding, is a place of deep dissension, of pain. And if you read the stories, the book we're about to begin has 7 enormous rebellions against everyone in authority and against God. We are people that are hard to lead. Always have been. Lots of jokes about that, but it's true. We're not easy people. And people in general aren't easy to lead. So if I look back at 40 years of the desert, what am I going to remember if I'm God? We don't know. But the text in Psalms says it wasn't a pleasant place. And I, God, didn't have much hope that we would make it. But here's another way of looking at the same exact place and time. This is from a different prophet. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous verse. It's always made me cry. We sing it every Rosh Hashanah during the Musaf service. It's part of the repetition of the Amidah and Musaf. And we have an anthology of verses for memory. And in the book of Jeremiah and Yirmiyahu, I'll sing the melody that we sometimes do on Rosh Hashanah. Zacharti lach chesed neurayich avat kelulotayich lechtech acharai bamidbar beretz lo zerua. And the song says, the book of Jeremiah says, I remember with fondness our honeymoon through the desert, where you followed me through a place that no one had ever been. Because it is also true that we were in the desert as a formative moment where we became a people, where we and God met each other, we and God fell in love. It's a honeymoon. Is it possible to look back at those 40 years and say, oh, they were so hard? And also to say about them, they were so beautiful. Yeah, we can say both. Look at this moment that we are in. Is it the kind of wilderness, the desert, where hard things are happening? Oh yeah, right now. Is it also true that between people there is a new kind of devotion and affection, a readiness to be there for our neighbors, a recognition of what the real essential workers in this world means? Our teachers, thank God for our teachers, our nurses, our doctors, our trash collectors, our postal workers. What would the world be without those gifts? Anyone who's working at a store that is open, preparing food for those who are able to get it, making sure that there's food for those who suddenly need it and can't afford it. This is that time. This is a different wilderness. This is a different desert. And 40 years is what some scholars call an archetypal time. Archetypal, 40 years isn't the counting actually of the years, it's 2 generations worth. It's so much. This will be a defining moment, especially for those who are graduating. my family, we have our eldest who is graduating high school this year. And they are the generation that was literally born right after 9/11 and are graduating during a pandemic. How will they look back and tell this time? How will you and I look back and tell this time? Well, part of what I will say, after this is done, and please God, in the right way, that should happen very soon. What I believe I will say about this time must include this precious thing that we are doing right now. That for 41 mornings, and who knows how many more we'll be blessed to share, and how many more we'll need to share. Because I hope that we'll keep doing this when we don't need to. But right now, this is necessary and beautiful and a gift. How will we look back at this time? How will we describe this to our children? How will we talk about this in our own heads? How do we talk about this now to God? So, whatever question you'd like to answer, this is what I suggest we do today. First of all, we take a deep breath. 41 times we've been learning together. That's a lot. We've learned a lot. And let's wonder how we'll talk about this. Maybe take some time and write it down for yourself, what this time has meant, what you have learned from this time. 40 years in the desert taught us quite a lot. Well, what have we learned? I will tell you that I have learned to be grateful for so much more. Not just this. This is beautiful. But I'm grateful for every moment of quiet. I'm grateful for every moment of noise. I'm so much more patient when someone's doing their lawn and I just wanted some quiet because there's someone doing something. It sounds great. I'm grateful for the birds. I'm grateful for so many things. My friends. I'm grateful that those who have had needs for a rabbi have called so that I could be there for them. I wouldn't know otherwise. And I'm grateful that when I've called someone else in need, they've been there for me. So let's take this day and reflect on what we've learned over 41 now. So bless you all, really. If I tried expressing how grateful I am that we get to do this, we'd be on for another 41 days straight, maybe more. So let's sing our way out, everybody. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Boker Tov, everyone. Have a great day. See you tomorrow at 9.